And it's live.
And we're back.
What's going to
Mince pies, mate.
Mince pies and everything.
Do you know, one of my Christmas presents
Was that mince pies?
M&S mince pies.
Were they good?
I've still got like 4 of them.
Why don't you bring them?
Because
Holding out on me.
No, when I get home, do you know what I'm going to do?
Smash them in.
I'm going to throw them in the oven, heat them
Oven?
up. Yeah.
You don't have a microwave, do you?
No, I don't. I did get a new Ninja air fryer though. Dual draw. I'm so excited. I'm so old that I
You
got.
put bacon in it yet?
No, I haven't done anything with it yet. We're waiting because we bought loads of disposable clean trays so that we can keep them clean because it just
Pain in the arse, mate. Honestly, them things to clean are an absolute nightmare.
I can imagine. Yeah, I am. I'm buzzing for it. Hello and welcome everyone to the Sunday League Effect. Merry Christmas. We are at the interval that is what I found out was called the Twain or Twixmas or something.
I thought you were going to say taint.
Taint? I don't know, but there's a word.
It's the bit in between.
Yeah, well, I don't even know what day it is.
I was about to say, so this is that weird period in between Christmas and New Year's where you walk past someone and you check the paper because you don't know if it's Tuesday or Friday. Like it's Saturday today.
Yeah.
And there was no football on because obviously the festive period. So many games.
It was all on Boxing Day.
By the way, we'll point this out now. There is no way we're covering all the games we've missed.
God,
I don't even remember how many games it's been, like how many match days it's been since our last one. I think 2. I think we done one.
Then we had
the
Christmas
Carabao
Eve.
Cup. I might have been Carabao Cup and then these fixtures actually. So we might
because we had the weekend, then we had Monday, Tuesday where we couldn't record, and then obviously it was Christmas Day.
Yeah, it's been a struggle to try and fit these in.
But I think most people sort of see it as this is the Christmas period.
Yeah,
So it's the festive period. It's busy as it is, and trying to get everything in. So, firstly, welcome back to everyone who is coming back to us.
Welcome. Merry New Year, Christmas Day.
The welcome to the in-between.
Welcome to the merriment.
There you go. That's good. I like that.
There you go. We're still not very Christmassy. Next year we'll do a lot better.
Yeah.
We'll dress up or something.
Yeah. I'll be Santa. He can be the elf.
I was thinking you could be the nurse.
It's not that kind of podcast.
Yeah.
So next year we're upgrading to OnlyFans. Obviously welcome to the oldies, welcome to the newbies. For all those that have just joining us, please like and subscribe. Comment how your Christmas has been. We'd like to see how everyone has sort of enjoyed this festive period. Is there any games that you enjoyed more than others? Me and Mike did take a little trip to Vicarage Road.
We did, which we'll touch on a little bit later in the podcast because apparently that's the big talking point. Actually, you picked a good game.
I know we really did. So where do you want to kick us off with, Mike? First of all, how was your Christmas?
Oh, it was lovely, mate. It was actually really nice. So we hosted a little bit.
Yep.
I say a little bit because I've got quite a big family. I've got 2 sisters and a little brother. They've all got kids. My mum and dad. My wife's family as well. So we didn't have everyone around, but we had one of my sisters round with her 3 boys. Yeah. She's going through it a little bit at the minute. And obviously festive times, when times are hard, seem to bring all sorts of emotions.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah. So just to touch on that, actually, if anyone is struggling with anything over this period, which is especially men out there, a lot of men struggle at this time of year. If they're, for whatever reason, don't hesitate to reach out to either us on any of our socials. Something we always wanted to talk about was mental health, and we haven't quite got there yet because
at the moment we try and touch on the football. We try to keep it as light as we can for everyone, but like you said, this is a period that for most is great and it's jolly and it's happy, but there is a lot of
those inner demons really come out for a lot of people. Of
course, this is a very stressful time for a lot of people.
Honestly, my stress levels are through the roof. Cooking dinner for someone in general is stressful, right?
Oh god, yeah.
So I cooked Christmas dinner this year pretty much. My wife's pregnant, so she didn't want to do it.
Don't blame her.
So I was like, we're not going out for Christmas dinner. I'm not going to your mum's. There's not a chance.
No.
My mum won't have us because we've got too many kids.
Yeah.
As it is. And then my going to my sister's house is not really on the cards, and then it limits us to where we're going to go. Plus, we've not been invited anywhere, which I probably should have started for that.
Yeah, I mean, that does make a big difference.
So I was like, do you know what, I'll cook it. Yeah. And I invited my sister around, and then we was really well prepared. Yeah. And it went smoothly, but the stress levels were just, honestly, I only had 4 beers Christmas Day.
See, and that says a lot, because the Christmas period is like what we enjoy the most about, isn't it? Really, for us.
Oh, actually, I had something on Christmas Day. So every man out there, who owns a dog will know this. Christmas Day, right? Actually, you might not. This might just be something.
Might just be a you thing.
It might just be a me thing. But ever since we got Marley, that's my dog. Christmas Day, we'll do the normal Christmas Day. The kids will wake up. We'll do stockings, Christmas presents from Santa. Then we'll have breakfast. Then I'll go out and walk the dog about 9:30, 10.
Yeah,
and I'll bring a beer with me. Without judgment from the wife, it's Christmas Day. It's like it's like the 4:30 airport beer.
Yeah.
So I bring a beer with me, and we've got nice fields all around here. Obviously, you know where it is. And I was walking around there, and I was like happy as Larry because at that time I know no one's going to be out. There'll be all the losers at the church, and the rest of the people are in their house doing their presents still. So I know that between 9 and 10,
you're not really seeing them.
Yeah, I don't really have to watch the dog too much, because he'll just fuck off on his own, which he does anyway. Got to the park and it was a fucking fun run on Christmas Day.
Do you know what's funny is because obviously I drive past you to go to my horse yard.
Yeah, and
I saw like someone there in like a purple high vis. Yeah, and I was like, what's going on today? Like, is someone having a 10k or something?
Christmas Day, Christmas morning.
Fun run.
Yeah, and then I got to the bridge, so I was gonna just walk anyway. I was like, fuck it, I'll do it anyway.
Yeah.
And I got over the bridge, and there was people with like buggies and everything, like loads of people watching. So I was like, well, I can't do that. So I went on, fucked off in the woods.
Yeah, that makes
hid in the woods and drunk the beer like the alkies that live in the woods,
like a homeless man.
Yeah, that's good. Good Christmas Day. How was yours?
Yeah, to be fair, mine was pretty good. Went to the in-laws. Just because they're a lot more Christmassy than my family is. Yeah. So like my wife loves it. I'm neither here nor there. I enjoy it for the alcohol more than anything, and the food.
And the time off that normally comes with Christmas.
Not my job.
Dang, actually.
But it was good. Obviously got my Ninja air fryer, buzzing for it. Haven't used it yet.
Next pod in the new year, Nick is going to be doing a cook-along.
Yeah, cook-along with
Nick.
You're
requesting what you want him to cook.
Yeah, anything. Because an air fryer can do anything.
I can guarantee you this man has very rarely cooked in his life. And I don't actually know that about you, but I just know you haven't cooked.
Yeah, pretty much. That's
boiling water's a struggle.
Yeah, boiling water is a struggle. Toast. It's about as far as you get. Come around my house, mate. I'll cook you a nice
in the air fryer.
Yeah, a nice bit of toast in the air fryer.
What did you? Obviously, you and Jay work. Shift, same as myself, but I was off over Christmas, luckily. But who was working? Who was at home?
So I was at home. Jay was on the night shift. So we always try and work the night shift if we can.
Double pay.
Double pay, yeah.
Happy days.
That's it. But we always try and do that because that way we get to have the Christmas Day. Yeah, it does mean we're a little bit tired for the night shift, but we've had Christmas Day. Luckily, we got back in enough time that Jay had about an hour's sleep. So
from our parents?
Yeah,
dad's or mum's?
From our dad's. Our mum lives in Spain.
I knew one of them did. I can't remember which one.
So yeah, but all in all, Christmas was good.
Good.
Enjoyed it. I'm back to work tomorrow, so it's a bit depressing.
I went back today, and honestly, I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I could imagine.
But I said this last one actually. This podcast actually wakes me up. Like I'm like the lead up to it. Same as everything. It's like, the lead up to it, the anticipation of something makes something so much more overwhelming than the reality of it.
Yeah. Of course.
We're waffling about absolute random stuff.
Yeah. Should we get into the games?
Yeah. How was your Christmas? Let us know. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe.
Yeah.
We're 3 away from 100 now, so it's slowly edging.
It's getting there, but I mean, obviously, it's a little bit quieter around this period because
it's quieter from us as well. Like we're struggling, and
we've got
really,
families.
We're really working to get these out. But yeah, on to the football.
Right, what game do you want to kick off with?
I haven't got a clue, mate.
Should we go with the Villa game?
Yeah.
So obviously, Newcastle welcomed Villa to St James's Park.
Mm-hmm.
Those have really made my mouth water.
What, the matchmakers? So we've got some snacks here. So if you hear us munching, it's that.
It's Christmas.
Yeah, and I won't get rid of all the chocolate because I've probably put on about 4 kilos. I had to stand up at work today, and my legs started hurting from standing. That's how you know you're getting a bit too tummy heavy.
You got a bit of chunk.
Yeah, I need to get back down the gym.
We'll get back to the gym. But we're waffling again.
Oh, sorry.
Right, so Newcastle, Aston Villa. Can you tell me what the score was?
3-0, wasn't it?
Yeah, good, because I couldn't remember. Again, we'll apologise for this one being probably a lack of facts that we normally would have, but we've been busy. I'm sorry, we've been busy. Don't care.
Yeah, it's fair.
We'll come back better. But
this is probably... So there was a couple of shocks of the week, and obviously you had City drawing against Everton, but then City being poor wasn't even the biggest shock.
That's sort of their run of form at the moment.
Yeah. Villa's been in poor form as well. So coming into this, Newcastle have had a bit of an upturn. I don't think there would have been many Newcastle fans that would have thought it would end... As it did, as big as it did. Obviously, the massive turning point in the game was the red card. Did you see it?
I did, actually.
What did you think?
I think that it was if it's on purpose, 100% it's a red card. From the looks,
no way of knowing that. So, what do you think from the moment and then the surrounding moments?
From the moment, it looks accidental. Okay. I felt like there wasn't enough of like a protest against it. Mm-hmm. Once the red card was given, it didn't feel like it was protested enough, which to me in my head means that he almost feels a little bit guilty about it already.
Okay. Well, I think this is what I've touched on before about having not the perception, it's having the bigger picture that the VAR have. If you look at that game and the highlights, so I didn't watch the game, but I watched the highlights. There's a free kick just before that Villa get. And Duran wants to take it. Yeah. He's sort of pushed out the way and goes to Dino. He looks over at the bench and he obviously gets some communication to say, no, you're not taking that. No. And he walks away and he's obviously got a strop on about it. Yeah. Now, it's been talked about Duran's...
attitude?
I don't think it's quite his attitude in the sense of what you'd normally say a player has a bad attitude. I think it's more... the naivety of him. He's quite... we use this word a lot, but petulant. I can't think of a better one. Mm-hmm. He wants everything his way. Like he does perform and he does work well and he does train well quite clearly. Yeah. So it's not like a Balotelli sort of, but it is very similar in the sense of if it doesn't go his way, it starts becoming out of control. So what I think's happened is I think VAR's seen him have a bit of a paddy with the free kick.
Yeah, after not being given that.
See him strop off. Then him and Shah have had words a couple of minutes before. So like only in a passing comment and then seen it. And I don't care what anyone says, he does mean to stand on him.
You reckon?
I reckon he does, yeah. I know that
it is an odd place for his foot to be,
but it's not full force. Like he does, like you say, almost pull out of it a little bit.
It's almost like he's gone to do it and then gone...
Because he could have landed with his full body weight on it, but he doesn't. So I personally think they've taken into account other factors, and then his reaction afterwards when he's off and he boots the bottle. Again, you're frustrated being sent off, but you're just going to get yourself more of a ban.
Yeah, that's it. You're going to get yourself more in trouble because of it. And
I've got really itchy back. Sorry.
That's right. Yeah, you're going to end up getting yourself more in trouble for it. And you've also got to look at it. I know no football club wants to see one of their players looking for their future move. Mm-hmm. But you've also got to see it as if you are the sort of player that always looks like very much like Bruno Fernandes used to be. Obviously, we'll touch on that game later. But he used to be very petulant and throwing his arms around, things like that. And then he seemed to stop doing that for a while. And in my head, a club is going to look at that and go, he could do a big... Like if he was going for a big move, for example. If he was at a lower club than United.
He needs to grow up.
Yeah.
Got a lot of maturing to do.
Exactly that. And a club's not going to take you on if you've got that sort of attitude. Because you're going to come in and... Don't get me wrong, there are some clubs and there are some managers that will be like, well, I can deal with that.
It's like a girl with a bad boy. Sort of like, I can turn him around, I can make him change. Yeah. Like you see so many players over the years that managers have taken in because they have the talent and they just haven't been able to
mature them, I suppose.
No, harness the protege within and get rid of all the shits around him. Happens so often, like with players that have the ability, but their attitude fundamentally just is the reason they fail. Yeah, like again, Balotelli's the prime example of that.
Yeah, I agree, and it's one of those that realistically, if he wants to look at any sort of future move or anything
you think Duran's working for a move still? He still wants.
I could see it.
So you don't think Villa could be like a top 4 team for?
I think if they don't
for longevity.
Well. With how their season's going currently, obviously last season,
I think they're 9th at the minute or 10th.
Yeah, but last season they were smashing it. They're doing really, really well. And now they've sort of dropped off the mark. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is a weird season.
The Premier League table is absolutely mental.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, it's a mental table. But
and this is the thing. There are games that a lot now are going into games thinking, I don't know who's going to win this.
Yeah.
And it's good.
But on the Newcastle game, I think Newcastle were the rightful winners.
Yeah,
it's hard to really dissect a game when it goes down to 10 men in the first half, and then it's the game sort of decided. Because they're evenly matched. I'd say Newcastle and Villa are very evenly matched if they're both at their best.
Yeah, it's very rare that you'll find a game that when they go down to 10 men, the 10 men team
nowadays, especially, like I remember, like back even like 7, 8 to 10 years ago, one of the better teams would go down to 10 men, even a goal down, and would still win. I remember when we played Chelsea in like 2008, I think it was 2005 to 2008, around about that period, and we were 1-0 up. They went down to 10 men. They beat us 4-1, and like long gone in them days. And we, as fans, have got it really confused recently. We thought that the level had gone higher in the Premier League, and it has to a certain degree. So now the reason I say this is because the difference between the Championship and Premier League is massive now.
Yeah,
but if you look at how evenly matched the teams are in the Premier League, I don't think everyone's elevated to match Arsenal, City's levels. I think they've dropped off massively. So now it's more of an even playing field. Not because the likes of Brighton, Bournemouth have got so much better. It's because the likes of Arsenal, City, Tottenham, United are just shitter.
Yeah, I can see it because, like you say, you don't see these teams playing like Brighton and Bournemouth and all that. And yes, they are playing nice football. They're playing good football. They've got good managers. But at the same time, if City, Arsenal, United, Tottenham, Chelsea, Liverpool, all of them are playing to their full potential,
they blow all these teams away.
Absolutely, with the squad.
But that's why this Premier League season is
a bit more exciting.
Like you say, it's all over the place. But because of that, it's exciting. The last time we had a season like this was when Leicester won it. Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if Forest go and win the league.
God, he's come back to this again.
Well, Forest the third, mate. I think Arsenal are going to drop points at the weekend. I think they play Monday or Tuesday, or I can't actually remember when they played, but they got Brentford away. I think they're going to, and then they got Brighton after that. I think Arsenal are going to drop points. If Arsenal drop points and Forest win their game, they could potentially go second.
Yeah, but you've got to catch Liverpool now,
mate. It's a good result for Newcastle. I wouldn't look too much in it from a Villa point of view. They're not where they want to be, not where they probably should be, but there's a long way in the season to go. We're only halfway through now. Yep. Next fixture is the halfway point of the season.
Yep. Watkins going to be back in though.
Yeah.
So I mean, for Watkins, that red card's probably going to do him a favour.
Duran was scoring and playing well. He was keeping him out of the team. Yeah. So it wasn't, if anything, other than
this is the thing. But this is Watkins' chance to now come into the team and go, right, I need to win my place back.
We'll see what stuff he's really made of. Yeah. Because he was the first choice, and I think no one expected him, apart from me, to not be the starting striker come Christmas. So yeah. Move on to the other red card, dubious one, the United one.
Is it dubious?
Well, it is. It's a yellow card.
It's a yellow card.
Is it a second yellow and a red? When we were told that
second yellows would be hard as come by. Then.
Do you know what? It doesn't actually matter because United is so shit. Yeah. It's so fun. So today, actually, just on this quickly, I was watching one of my favourite Man United YouTubers who's massive. Everyone loves him. Actually, no, not everyone loves him. A lot of people don't like him. Yeah. But he said something today, and he was talking about like the bottom three being shit, which they are. But then he said, and it really pissed me off, he said, West Ham, Palace and Everton have got the players capable of still beating them. United are below West Ham. So you're closer to the relegation zone than we are. So it doesn't matter how shit you say we are.
You're worse.
You're worse, and we beat you. And yeah, it was a controversial red card. But anyway, United are very poor. Wolves look like proved us wrong. Yeah. And actually, I dare say that because we both sort of said it's maybe time for O'Neill. No, we're not debating. We never debated or questioned O'Neill's ability to coach and manage. No. Just sometimes. You've taken the right man. Yeah, sometimes you've just taken.
You've peaked. Yeah, and you're not going to get any better. You're only going to get worse, and that is what realistically was happening to O'Neill.
Yeah, and this bloke's come in. I think they scored what? I think they scored 6 goals in 2 games.
Yeah,
and not conceded. They beat, was it 4-0 or 3-0 to beat Southampton?
3, I think.
Yeah, and then they beat, it was a 5 then, and they beat United. So,
but the thing is, as happens with most managers apart from maybe Liverpool, you get that new manager bounce. Is this going to be something because of his management skills, or is it just because the players had enough of O'Neill at this point and wanted a new one, so they're now playing for him? Will this run out?
Probably a bit of both. And it will, especially when Cunha gets a suspension after.
I don't know why he hasn't got that already.
Mate, if I'm one of the teams down the bottom now that are fighting against Wolves, I'm fuming because he scored 2 match winners. In two key goals and set up another. So both goals against United, he was crucial. He scored the corner and then he set up the second one. Scored against Southampton. I'm pretty sure he set one up in that game as well. He's their key player. He should be suspended, but because the referee and the 4th official are inept at their job, didn't send him off. Because if he sent off after the game, it can still go further in investigations. We all saw it. So why has it not been dealt with? Why are we waiting now 3 weeks to see an outcome of investigation when we all know he should be...
Are they even investigating it?
Yeah, it's being investigated. It is an investigation, but it's taken too long.
How can it take so long? We have... phones, cameras everywhere.
Exactly. Prime example is the Kudus one. Kudus got sent off against Spurs.
Yep.
And then he got given a 7-game or 6-game retrospective ban 2 weeks later when it was reviewed further. That didn't need to take that long. The benefit of that for everyone else in the Premier League was that he was already serving a 3-match ban for a straight red. There's no explanation that would justify him still playing a key role for Wolves.
Absolutely, he is, like you say, he's like their talisman at the moment.
Yeah, he has been. He is. He's got 15 goals, I think, this season. Goals in all
competitions.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe it's goals and assists. That's quite high. But I know he scored a lot of goals. He scores every week for him. If they win, he normally scores or is part. This is
the thing. So, like you say, the teams below and probably around Wolves, even the ones slightly above.
They just beat Southampton.
Yeah.
Southampton are down, and but
I could beat Southampton.
The relegation battle, I think, is pretty much done. Everton with them dogged 0-0s, 1-0s that they picked up against the better teams, or supposed better teams.
They're picking up points where they shouldn't be picking up points.
And now Wolves have got 6 points. I can't see Southampton winning back-to-back games. I can't see Ipswich winning back-to-back games. No. I can't see Leicester. Actually, out of the 3, I can see Leicester maybe winning back-to-back games, but I don't think their squad's good enough. I don't think their team's good enough. They've not got Vardy at the minute. I don't know why. I think he's injured.
Yeah, he's old, isn't he?
So I just don't... So that's done and dusted. The title's pretty much done and dusted.
Could you see United getting pulled into a relegation battle?
Mate, if they lose their next game, which is against Newcastle, there's a 100% chance they're in a relegation battle.
That's what I mean.
Like, well, if anyone says West Ham are or Palace are, then yeah, they are. United are on 22 points. It's 8 points. Leicester are 18th on 14 points. Everton, Palace are both on 17, and Wolves are on 15. So there is a bit of a gap between United. But if United's run carries on. He's going to get sacked.
Yeah. I saw that Ronaldo came out and backed him.
Portuguese. So,
who
made Ronaldo a spokesperson for football?
Well, since Ronaldo joined YouTube and got 72 million subscribers overnight.
It makes me laugh because now, for years, he's just been silent whilst he's just focusing on football. Now he's obviously coming towards the end of his career. He's just started to voice his opinion and more.
And who else did that?
Joey Barton.
Joey Barton, I don't know if you could put him in this.
Who else did that?
Ben Foster.
But he's not the same category as Ronaldo, though, is he?
No, but I don't mean in the same category. But what I mean is towards the end of his career. I mean, to be fair,
I have no problem with them doing it. But I'm just saying, why is it a topic? How?
Did you just bang your elbow again?
I don't know what I banged, but
is it your funny bone?
No, it's like down here.
Oh, okay.
I don't understand why he's a topic of conversation. Like, his opinion doesn't matter.
It's because, one, he's Ronaldo, so he's always seen as like God's gift to football. He's an amazing player, I get it, or was an amazing player. But because he was at Sporting, and Sporting's his childhood club, that's where Amorim came from.
Yeah.
So Ronaldo's obviously come out and said that watching what he done at Sporting for my boyhood club.
Why has anyone even asked him?
He hasn't. He's just come out on his podcast and said it.
Oh, I don't watch. I've not watched this podcast.
I haven't seen it. Like, this was taken from his podcast by another journalist.
Just stay in your lane. You're good at football. Don't take this away from anyone else.
Yeah. We need this. Yeah, Stop watching him.
Unless you want to come to my house.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome.
Yeah. We're calling you Cristiano Ronaldo. Come here. We'll have a chat. Or we'll come to you. But you pay for flights.
Seriously, though, United, deep woes, deep worries.
They're in danger. They are in danger of getting pulled into a battle they shouldn't be.
In reality, I don't think they will get pulled into a relegation. But
realistically,
they're so close to it. And like we said, they're probably not going to beat Newcastle. Let's be honest. They haven't got Fernandes, and they haven't got Ugarte or whatever his name is.
Yeah, no Rashford.
Ooh.
I mean, not that makes
Rashford might be in the squad now.
Now that they've lost enough players.
Mason Mount's out injured again. I don't have the licks back. Anana's now making more and more mistakes. Garnacho's struggling. It's
Hoyland's not doing anything either.
Well, Hoyland's very much like Haaland. He needs service, and he isn't getting service because if he gets the only service, he scores.
Him service is Ahmad.
Yeah,
but even he had a poor game.
Yeah, by his high standards this season. Yeah. But the players just aren't good enough at United for where they want to be and where they expect to be. We've said it before. The players that we thought maybe were, they just aren't.
Do you reckon it's that they're not good enough, or they have the wrong attitude?
I think a bit of both.
Because I mean, obviously, like we've mentioned before, when you play for United, you've reached basically almost the pinnacle.
Yeah.
Not so much now as it used to be back in the day, but I'm wondering if they've gone to United and gone, well, I'm so good that's why I'm here.
Maybe. And there is a few of them that maybe their ego's got the better of them, like Garnacho's one of them.
Yeah. And attitude's just gone, okay, well, we win, we lose. I still get paid.
Yeah.
That sort of attitude.
Well, it's like Amram's turned around and said, because he was pulled up a few weeks ago about Rashford during a time off he was in America and what he was wearing. He was at a basketball game courtside. Amram touched on it about him being courtside or what he was wearing, and it was during maybe an international break or something. I can't remember when it was.
Yeah.
And he was like, this is the problem with the culture of the club for the last 10 years. They've just been allowed, once they're not at the club, they're allowed to do what they want.
Why can't he wear jewellery?
It's more the perception. He looked like he was like a rapper.
Right, so he was giving off the wrong.
Yeah,
he's got so much money. He can do
I think that was probably more the point that was being made by the publicist asking the question, or the journalist who reported the article in the first place.
Jesus, they'll milk anything, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but just focus on your football. Like, it was the same when Lingard went off the boil a little bit. They started talking about him being in like music videos and stuff, and posting videos on YouTube.
Then you pull up to somewhere in a Bentley.
Yeah, and it's just like, just leave them alone. But at the same time, I can see where they're coming from. Like, focus on your game. Like, your game has been so poor for so long. You're earning the wages of an elite footballer, and you're just not performing.
No, you're earning the money of someone that should be playing at the top level, not someone who's putting half-assed performances out.
I heard it somewhere the other day, and there's over £2 million a week in wages sitting in Man United's bench reserves out of the squad. That is outrageous.
$2 million a week.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
Because you've got Casemiro on like 350 grand a week.
Yeah,
you got Rashford on a similar.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have Mount on probably about 150.
Anthony will be on a lot.
Yeah, Anthony. I think Anthony's on about 80. You got Maguire, who's on 150.
Jeez.
Or 120 or 110, whatever it is. But it adds up. It quickly adds up. And it's just mental that
Fernandes.
Well, he starts.
Oh, sorry, you're talking only on bench. Yeah. Right, okay.
But it's ridiculous. Like, the amount of money they're throwing away week in, week out for players that are mid at best.
No wonder their stadium's falling apart.
I wouldn't take genuinely, even though we're struggling, I wouldn't take a single Man United player at West Ham.
I don't think there's any.
Actually, I'll take Mazraoui.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's
one out of a 40 man squad.
40? You ain't got that many players. Close to 30. Oh, where are we going to next?
What's next? Should we go Brighton? Touch on the other potential red card that there could have been.
Dead game. Dreadful game.
I fell asleep.
Brighton Brentford we're talking about.
Yeah. So Brighton Brentford. Well, then 0-0, wasn't it, in the end?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Brentford had a goal disallowed.
Yeah. And to be honest, 0-0 is about as best as you were going to get out of that game. The most exciting thing to happen was my favourite player, João Pedro, decided that he wanted to knock someone out.
Yeah, so you haven't seen it. It's like they're tussling.
Normal running up. He's trying to run after him.
João Pedro full on, elbow out, throws it right back. Luckily, the player's moved out of the way. But I mean, if that makes contact,
that's damage.
That's proper like GBH damage. He would have proper fucked him. But then it went to VAR, and I was listening to it because I was watching TV at the same time. So I was just watching the game. I didn't have any sound on it, so I don't know what was said, but it's phenomenal that VAR's looked at it, and I'm assuming that they've not sent him off because there wasn't any contact.
But you can get carded for intent,
mate. It's a for me. It's assault. It's attempted assault.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't just a little petulant front. He's wound it up and thrown it back.
He's pulled it forward to.
Yeah.
Now, my only thing on this is the only reason in my head that I can think that they have not sent him off for it is that VAR and the ref have got it very wrong and thought he was trying to say that he's elbowed me. And he's like got...
So from the replays, it does look like he's almost showing someone what he's done.
Yeah.
But
if you look at the original, the build-up, like the foul, the whatever it was, there is no elbow. He's behind him the whole time. There's no way he could have elbowed him.
No.
So, realistically, if you look at that properly, you would see that is a red card offence.
It should have been a red card.
And he should have been sent off. And I mean, I love João Pedro, but that is not...
And now I don't think that can be investigated either because it was investigated in the game.
Because what? Because VAR?
Because VAR's looked at it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I didn't realise that was a thing.
They can't retrospectively go back now and go, yeah, we actually think it is serious foul play. And
no, they must be able to.
I don't think so.
But the PGMOL, how many times have they had to come out and apologise because they got something wrong in the game?
Yeah, but they overturn like a red card to make it not a red card anymore, so the suspension no longer stands, but they never go back and retrospectively suspend someone.
But surely they must be able to do that. Surely that... What's the point of having the technology that we have?
I don't think they would, because it would be so undermining for everyone. I mean,
I'll be honest.
The on-field official got it wrong. They're then saying the VAR got it wrong.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I haven't actually heard that much about it since.
It's ridiculous, though. It was definitely a red card.
Yeah.
Whether contact is there or not, it's intent.
Intent was there. If you go in there, studs up, whether you connect with them or not, yellow card.
Yeah.
So if you're going in there to assault someone...
Another red card, the overturned one at West Ham. Got given a straight red card. He slipped into it, Guido Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Does catch the player quite high on the shin. Goes to VAR, and you see he slipped, overturned. Now, in isolation, I think it's probably a red.
Okay.
But, again, I've thrown this word out too many times in the last minute, but retrospectively speaking, if you go back to the Brighton game previously, Baleba should have been sent off against us for a horrendous tackle, and it wasn't. So, based off of that, this isn't a red card.
Okay.
So, that's my thoughts on that. And then West Ham went out and beat Southampton. Struggled, but managed to get 3 points. That's the main thing at this point.
That's all you need. You just got to be building up the points and things
Jared
like that.
Bowen's off, apparently. 150 million.
What?
150 million.
Oh, it's going to be the same as Declan Rice. Yes, Jared Bowen is really good at West Ham. Can he do it at another club?
Well, he's never leaving. He ain't fucking leaving.
Fucking leaving?
If we sell Jared Bowen, I am leaving. I'm done.
You're done.
I'm going to start following darts instead. Have you been watching the darts?
No.
It's wicked, mate. I've got well into it.
I would like to watch the darts live because
it's just a piss up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's all the way.
And you get to dress up.
Isn't Ali Pally in Birmingham?
It's in London, isn't it?
I thought it was in Birmingham.
I actually no idea where Ali Pally is.
We're waffling. We've got a couple more games to talk about because we've got a little quiz at the end of it, so we want to get to that as quickly as possible.
It's a bit more festive, a bit more light-hearted today.
And we didn't want to do any prep for all the games because we missed out too many. But City's still struggling. I'm done talking about it. I can't really work it out. Should have beat Everton, didn't. Poor defending again. Didn't create enough clear-cut chances.
Haaland was nowhere to be seen.
Yeah. Foden's trying to make things work, but he's just.
It's just not paying off for him, really.
Yeah, he's just.
But I do like the fact that he looks like he's got
in the dark.
Yeah, he looks like he's got a bit of fight in him, though.
Yeah, he does. He does look to have a bit between his teeth. So if anybody's going to be a person to turn their form around, it's going to be Foden at the forefront of it.
Yeah.
What was the other game? Chelsea lost to Fulham at home. Yeah, that was a big loss. Now Chelsea have picked up 1 point from 6, playing Everton and Fulham.
Yeah,
which that's put them out of the title race. Let's be honest. Any sort of semblance of a title race that
getting there before,
it's not happening.
Towards the end.
You can't be losing them games. They were one up against Fulham. Should have put the game to bed in the first half. Didn't. A couple of mistakes.
Yeah.
Second goal's a mistake by the keeper, poor clearance, and then Fulham punish you.
What's crazy is that Everton are really giving Liverpool that boost to win the league, isn't it?
It's funny because they took points off of City, Arsenal, Chelsea, the 3 biggest teams that could have any chance of catching them. Maybe they got a secret deal going on.
Maybe they're like, look, don't worry about it. We'll sort you out.
And then Arsenal beat Ipswich.
Yeah, I mean that's not too exciting.
That's poor. But I just want to talk about this. So I said in the last one, Gabriel Jesus is shit. He then went and scored a hat trick that night against Palace, and then another 2 at the weekend. So 5 in 2 games. So I just need to call players shit more often.
Yeah.
Nicholas Fulkrug is shit.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Nicholas Nolan. I was going to say yes, call me shit. So when I go back to football, I just bang goals. I mean obviously Liverpool Leicester.
Oh, mate, that was the most boring game.
I was surprised that Leicester went 1-0 up.
I'm not.
I put that they were going to win it 3-2 because I thought Leicester have got goals.
You thought Leicester would have scored 2?
Yeah, they scored 1.
Yeah.
That's half of what they needed.
Like half a shot on target. They only went in because it took a deflection off of Van Dijk.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I fell asleep during that game.
I fell asleep in that game as well. I fell asleep in a lot of football this week.
Yeah, this week, although there's been a lot of games, I think the only one that I've actually watched to completion was the Watford game that we went and saw live, and that's because I was there.
And it was cold.
So
we'll touch on that now, may as well. We went to see Watford on Boxing Day, mainly because it was my local team. It's Nick's team who he follows.
You want?
So we went there to watch it, and it was a really good game.
It was actually a really good game.
I know it's a championship game, but we're poor and can't afford to go to Premier League games.
Yeah.
And it's closer.
It is a lot closer. It's a lot easier than
I'll let you take us through the talking point.
Okay. So obviously Watford went 1-0 down. Quite early on. What was it, like 10 minutes in or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, like 30, I think.
Yeah. And then it wasn't until the second half that we got given a penalty, which was a little bit controversial.
I don't think so. I think it was Stonewall penalty.
You said Stonewall penalty
before the ref gave it.
Yeah, I was a bit dubious about it because I hadn't seen it properly. I saw him go down. I wasn't sure where it was, whether it was outside the box. Penalty was given. There's no VAR, so
the linesman gave the penalty as well.
Yeah, it was. There was obviously some communication issues between the linesman, and the fourth official, because for some reason the ref's running backwards and forwards talking to them. We were talking about this, saying they've got microphones. What is going on?
Getting the steps in.
Yeah.
A heavy Christmas day.
That's it.
Got to burn off that turkey weight.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Just you can run back and forth, mate.
I feel your pain.
Yeah, don't. And then I said to Mike, 89, maybe 90th minute. Yeah. I was like, mate, we're not going to score now. It's going to end 1-1, or they're going to come and score. So I said to him, shall we look at making a move towards the exit? We then decided that actually probably not a good idea because it'll be so busy as everyone's leaving that we stay until the end and just watch people walk out. In the 95th minute of 90 minutes plus 5 extra minutes, Moussa Sissoko is played through by Vacuum Bio. Takes a shot straight at the keeper. Keeper goes down to save it. Bounces straight back to Vata.
I don't know any of these players
pops it in, and it goes
absolute scenes
off, limbs everywhere.
Yeah.
Can we also point out, I watched the replay of that goal because although I was there, I still watched the highlights.
Yeah,
obviously.
You do.
The defending, when that ball is bounced back out, there are 2 players closer than Vata was to get that ball.
Because he was slightly to the left of the goal as well.
Yeah. And then the major talking point, which everybody already knows about, it's one of the biggest stories in world football right now. and it's the fact that Quado Bar...
World football?
Yeah, trust me, it's everywhere.
Okay.
ITV News, mate. It's on ITV News.
Okay.
Quado Bar went down to the Portsmouth fans at full time and did the Take the L Fortnite dance.
Let me give a little demonstration.
I don't want to get... What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a GIF. You can edit it into this part.
But I don't want to do that. I want to see come on. It's Christmas.
There's not enough space, mate. Basically, what you do is you put your hand up like that.
Yeah.
It would be the other hand, but this will be mirrored, so it won't matter. And then you put your other hand between your legs, which I can't do.
You can.
And then you...
Okay.
And it's like that. Okay?
Right, okay.
So,
thanks, mate.
Best bet is to watch somebody do it on a football pitch. Now, he was subsequently sent off for this.
Yeah.
And
Which must have been like 10 minutes after the game finished. Because we stayed for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
And then left.
Yeah. It was, obviously, once he'd done the dance to the Portsmouth
This
fans...
was after the full-time whistle as well.
Yeah. He obviously done that to the Portsmouth fans. Then as the Portsmouth players saw this and started chasing after him, he did it to one of the Portsmouth players and then ran off.
Like a little child in the playground. It was so funny.
It was...
I don't know if you saw the press conference ages ago. Do you remember when Logan Paul fought Floyd Mayweather?
Oh, that was ages ago, yeah.
And Jake Paul stole his hat and ran off. He stole Floyd Mayweather's hat and just ran off. It was like that.
Well, yeah, it was very petulant. Also kind of funny, and I had a little look into this as well, because obviously it's such a big talking point. Maybe not world football, but English football.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realise how much abuse he was getting from the Portsmouth fans.
Yeah,
like he was getting dogs abuse from them.
What? But he wasn't anywhere near him at any point in the game.
Well, this is what my thought process was, but I've heard videos from the Portsmouth fan end.
What were they saying?
They just, there was no racism. It wasn't that. I'm not accusing Portsmouth fans of being racist.
Okay.
There was just a lot of you're shit. There was constant calls for him fouling players. Now in that game, bearing in mind that we were closer to him than most,
I think you just got to take it. Like as a player,
you got to take the L.
As a player, you got to take it. And as a fan, you got to take it. If you give it, you got to take it.
Yeah,
just get over it.
But this is the thing. All the Portsmouth fans are kicking off online, going, "I can't believe he's done that. Like, how childish is that?" And it's like, mate, we heard you singing.
Isn't it? It's funny how when football fans try and take the higher ground, how dare he do that to me? What have you been singing the whole time?
Yeah, exactly that. And then something else on this game, and I know we talk mostly about the Premier League, but the Champions League does have some little diamonds. Championship, sorry, not Champions League.
Not yet.
Does have some little diamonds. Tom Cleverley came out in a press conference and said something about the Portsmouth manager, saying that he...
Before this, though, he said... Because I heard this on TalkSport, I heard the interview. So he was asked, what do you think of the red card? And he turned around and said, yeah, it's a red card. He shouldn't do it. You need to be gracious of victory. And defeat.
It wasn't that.
But he followed on to say, I didn't hear the rest of it, but it was the same.
It was a red card. There's no doubt about it. It's one of those. It's a hard red card.
Under the law, it is.
Yeah. But I mean, Eric Cantona once karate kicked someone in the fans.
He got suspended for 6 months.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, that was karate kicking someone.
Yeah, but he called his mum a pig.
I mean, I think that I would karate kick someone for calling my mum a pig, to be fair. I think that's fair. But Tom Cleverley came out and said that the reason that Portsmouth lost was because of the manager's bad attitude. So one of the journalists, I think there's more to it. I've taken that really out of context, as I do.
Was it John Musinho? Who's Portsmouth manager, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. But he then was asked by another journalist saying, what are your thoughts about what Tom Cleverley said about you and about how it's your attitude and your actions on the sideline? Because obviously he got carded, I think, on the sideline during
the penalty incident.
Yeah, the fight in the penalty, in the goal in the penalty, after the penalty. And he goes, I don't really care what Tom Cleverley thinks. And he came out with some really petty answer. And it's like, you're about to get Portsmouth relegated. You should probably start listening to managers above you.
Oh, wait and talk.
It is.
Well, that's our championship.
But that is our championship roundup, which we've never done before. But I wanted to do it because it's such a big talking point at the moment. So, what do you want to do first? Do you want to do... Because, I mean, there's not really a lot of games. There was so many games to talk about.
There's a lot of games to talk about. We just don't want to talk
you're
about
all going to love your own games. We've only touched on some. Obviously, touched on talking
what I'm going to talk about, actually.
Go on.
I've been doing a lot of people watching recently. So I work in a control room at Heathrow.
Yeah.
So a lot of my time spent looking at CCTV. And today I was talking to someone, and I could see all the people who are working the station who I recognise. And you're doing it now. Everyone does it. You know, when you're a kid is probably the best way to describe it. You get a Christmas outfit and you wear it Boxing Day, everything. Mm-hmm. You can wear a full white tracksuit.
If you got it on Christmas Day, you're wearing it.
And it just makes me laugh watching people wear their Christmas Day stuff. Like today, walking around the station, there was a guy wearing a brand new Burberry scarf. I'm like, you've never worn that in your life. I saw another guy wearing a trilby. Like, why are you wearing a hat? Why are you wearing that kind of hat?
What are you doing?
And it just makes me laugh. Like, this time it's just
you see so many new clothes because
you grow up, but the inner child stays with you throughout. Like, I got Pokemon cards at Christmas, like a collector's box.
Nice.
And it was probably my best present, other than Lucky Charms.
What, the cereal?
Yeah.
Nice.
They're good, mate, and I've hidden them so no one else can eat them.
I was going to say you hidden them from the kids, yeah.
Yeah, I got my best presents this year were that sound like a kid.
That's fine.
Lucky Charms, pork scratchings, and Pokemon cards, and them Smarties.
And are they the ones that got banned? No, it was Blue Smarties, wasn't it?
Why?
Do you remember years ago?
Oh, the E numbers in them or something.
Yeah.
What is an E number?
I don't really know.
Is it one before F?
It is.
Alright, anyway, we're gonna do this quiz. Right, so we've got a little quiz. How many questions you got for me? I got flashcards, me.
So I got 5 and I don't have flashcards.
Oh, you got 5?
How many have you got?
10. I'm better. I've got 5 Premier League ones. I've got 6 Premier League ones and then 4 non-Premier League ones.
Okay, bit annoyed about that.
What?
We agreed 5 each.
I thought you was going to do 10 each.
No, 5 each.
Oh, then I'll just do that at 5.
Maybe look like a right mug.
You are a mug. You want to go first? Or
how do you want to do this? Do you want to do 5, I say 5, you say 5? Or do you want to do, like, literally fire off? Like, you do 1, I do 1, you do 1, I do 1.
Yeah, do it like that. Do 1 each.
Although,
we'll see who wins.
Short purposes. 5. If I do all 5 and then you do all 5, that's 2 shorts we can make.
Cool, I know.
Right, so I'll do my 5 first. Now, we agreed that I would not do all of mine on football.
I forgot about that as well.
Yeah, well, some of mine are just around the festive period. Okay?
Yep.
So, question number 1.
Yep.
Highest grossing Christmas movie.
Ever.
So, obviously, this is a Christmas movie that's made the most money.
Well, It's a Wonderful Life is one of the oldest, but I don't think it would have made that much money because of when it was made. Home Alone's obviously the one that screams to me a lot, but Elf is massive.
So I've got the top 3. So if you get any of the top 3, I'll tell you where it is.
Okay. Then Love Actually was pretty big, but that's English, so it's not going to be that. I'm going to go Home Alone.
Okay. Any others to throw in there?
I
guarantee you'll never get number 3.
Gremlins.
Not actually.
Polar Express.
No.
Oh, any of them.
So Home Alone.
Is that number 1?
No.
Fuck. Which one's that?
So Home Alone is number 2.
Well, you can't say. Wait, is it Home Alone 1 or Home Alone 2, or is it
sorry?
Just
Home Alone. The original Home Alone 1 is number 2 in the list.
Is Home Alone 2 number 1 in the list?
No, that is 7th.
Home Alone 2 is better. Oh, okay. So I've got the 3rd.
No, you got the 2nd.
I've got the 2nd. Okay.
Yeah, you won't get the 3rd.
It's a Wonderful Life. Is that in it?
No. It's not even in top 10.
Jingle All the Way.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Oh, that's a great film. Miracle on 34th Street.
No.
Elf.
No.
Fuck. Die Hard.
No. I don't think that was on the list either, actually.
The Grinch.
Yes.
What?
The Grinch is number 1.
No way! That is outrageous. What are you doing? That is mental.
It overtook in 2018, I think it was.
Well, when they probably made when they made the animated version.
Yeah,
because that was shit as well.
Number 3, right? And I'm not sure this is right, but it's come from all the research I've done. Is Alvin and the Chipmunks.
I didn't even know it was a Christmas film.
But I think the list has got confused of movies that have come out over Christmas.
I'm not sure about that list.
Right.
I want a fact check.
Fact check it. Do it. Question number 2.
Yeah.
Highest grossing football/soccer movie.
Go on.
I don't... No.
There's only one Jimmy Grimble.
No. Fuck. I thought you'd get this straight away. If you can also give me the date it came out, I'd be
day?
Date.
What?
If you can give me the date it came out as well, I'll give you an extra point.
It's a film.
Yeah, it's a film. As in what date it was released.
I don't know what it is.
Oh yeah, you got to guess the film.
Only 2 films that I know that are football ones are Goal and there's only one Jimmy Grimble.
No.
Oh, Green Street. Football Factory.
No.
What?
Neither of those.
Tell me when it came out.
Came out the 31st of December 2003.
I don't know.
Bend It Like Beckham.
Oh shit. That's a shit film as well.
I'm really surprised you didn't get that.
It's about women's football, it's not football.
Oh yeah, I mean fair. But it's got Beckham in the name, so I just
shit.
thought it'd shout out to you. Anyway.
I can't believe this. This is outrageous.
Question 3.
This is the worst quiz ever.
No, it's not, because this is all learning curves for you. And plus, you're going to see me about to fail every single one of those questions, so don't worry about it. Question 3. Top 3 most watched TV series according...
Say that again?
TV series? According to IMDb.
IMDb, innit?
IMDb. My phone auto-corrected it to IMDb.
IMDb. First, series.
Top 3 most watched TV series.
Is it any genre?
Any genre.
Lost.
No. Great series, by the way.
Apart from the end.
Yeah, apart from the end, but I won't ruin it for others.
Game of Thrones.
Is number 1.
Walking Dead.
Is number 3. You done really well, actually. I've
Now, that genre, so like, it would be like Sopranos, Breaking Bad.
So Breaking Bad isn't in the top 3, but I remembered it because I thought this would be really weird one. No. I thought Friends would be higher up on the list than
So it's going to be like a...
It's a fairly... It's fairly new. Like, not really new.
But newer than the other 2.
The last series came out most recently.
That thing on Netflix with 11, Stranger Things.
Correct. So Game of Thrones is first, Stranger Things and Walking Dead.
I'm happy with that. I've actually seen all of them. Actually, no, I haven't seen Game of Thrones. That's why I said that.
I've not seen all of Game of Thrones. I've seen some of it.
I've seen all of Walking Dead. I was glad I got to the end of that. It was a struggle though.
I haven't seen the other 2 at all.
Stranger Things is good.
Yeah, I've heard.
Walking Dead was good. Then it got shit because you realise it's just the same thing recycled. It was like
They're
watching
just dragging it out.
EastEnders with zombies.
Fair. Now,
oh, really? She knows.
Who was... This is a football question now for you.
Right.
Who was the first player born in the 21st century to play for England?
So 21st century would be 2000, right?
Mm-hmm. Let me know if you want a hint.
Theo Walcott.
No. Theo Walcott was born in 2000s.
Okay.
He's like 30.
Jude Bellingham.
No.
Oh, so what? 24. So got to be under 24. Declan Rice.
No. Would you like a hint?
No.
Okay.
Are they still a Premier League player?
Yes.
Saka? No.
So bear in mind, this was the first player born in the 21st century
to make his England debut.
Yeah.
So he would have been at the time one of the youngest England players. Are they still in and around the England squad?
Not recently, no.
Give us a clue. I know you've just given me 2, but I want another one.
Came from Germany to England.
Oh, Jadon Sancho.
Jadon Sancho is correct. Yeah.
That's a shit player as well.
I know, but he was the first. Although he's improving at Chelsea, I'd say.
Yeah.
And my last question, because I only did 5. If you want to do 10, we can do 10. Because if I do really bad in the first 5, at least I've got another 5. Right. Who are the top 3 players? Well, technically it's top 4. Mm-hmm. Players with the most amount of Boxing Day Premier League goals.
I know this is one of my questions. Harry Kane with 10, Robbie Fowler with 9, and I didn't see the last one. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be like Aguero or Henry.
No.
Who's third?
Alan Shearer and Robbie Keane, both with 8. Do you know what's really annoying? I was going to find another question, not ask that in case you ask me this question. Right, so Mike has 9 questions for us.
Right, 9. I'll let me get rid of I'll do the Premier League ones.
Okay.
And then that's the Premier League one. Sorry, just talk amongst yourselves for a second.
He's just sorting out his flashcards. See, mine was on.
I'll go for work. I was like, I'm going to make it look professional.
All right.
That's the one you just did.
I'm just thinking matchmakers.
My questions are all football related, but all have some relation. Most of them have. All the Premier League ones have some relation to
the festive period.
This festive period, apart from the first question, which I just realised.
Just heads up, I will get them all wrong. Just so you all know.
You probably will get a lot of them wrong.
Thanks. Great vote of confidence.
Well, this one isn't actually festive related at all, so I'll start with this one. Which player scored before getting sent off when Spurs hosted West Ham in match week 8?
Can you tell me which team?
West Ham.
Scored for West Ham.
And then got sent off.
Kudos.
Ding, ding, ding. Yes. How do you get one right? Right, it's obviously...
Oh, God, that was the one.
It's obviously Merry Football Darts was that god-awful thing we keep seeing on Sky.
And Twitter.
And obviously Darts is all the range at the minute. Darts is massive at the minute. Like, so I read somewhere that the darts players of today are the snooker players of the 80s, and it really is true.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Largely down to Luke Littler.
Yeah.
So speaking of the tubby genius, what football team does he support? And he watches them in the warm-up room rather than warming up quite a lot, I've heard.
Is it Leeds?
It's close-ish. Man United.
Oh.
In terms of stature.
Oh, okay.
Who was the first team to avoid relegation after being bottom on Christmas Day?
West Bromwich Albion.
I'll give you an extra point if you can give me the year.
03, 04?
Oh, 04, 05.
Fuck!
That was unlucky. Which team has the most wins on Boxing Day?
Manchester United.
They also have the most goals. See, not that hard, this quiz, is it?
No.
Right.
Say that.
I wrote this in marker, so I can't really read half of it because it's sort of... So in this season... This season, Liverpool had the second biggest lead ever by a team after playing 12 games. Which side had the biggest?
City?
No. It was United, and I didn't write it down, but I think it was 9 points.
Ah. So United would have been my other guess, but I wasn't sure how far I'd have to go back for
I've also just realised that there's 3 United questions in a row. Can you tell that I'm a secret United fan?
Yeah.
Who scored the first goal of this Premier League season?
Oh, God, what was the first game of the season?
Manchester United. Fulham.
United, Fulham. Rashford?
Xerxes.
Oh, yeah.
Right, that was your question. Oh, I may as well do my other questions.
Yeah, because we got through this pretty quick.
Who came third in the Ballon d'Or? This is multiple choice. It's going to be 4 choices. So, Haaland, Carvajal, Yamal, or Jude Bellingham?
Carvajal?
No.
Was it Haaland?
No, I thought it was Haaland. It was Jude Bellingham. Came third.
Came third?
But he didn't even turn up.
Oh, right.
Lamine Yamal became the youngest scorer in the Euros history over the summer when he scored, obviously. But who became the oldest? Again, it's multiple choice. Was it Modric, Pepe, Ronaldo, or Lewandowski?
Modric?
I'll give you an extra point if you tell me how old he was. It is Modric.
39?
Hey. Mate, you smashed that. You got loads. You have to give me another 5 questions now, not football-related ones.
Well, you want me to do it now?
Oh, I can't now.
I can have a quick Google if you want to talk amongst yourself.
No, I want to go.
All right.
I'll go to bed.
Okay. Well, Mike is very tired.
I'm super tired. I've got work again tomorrow. Up at 5.
Yeah,
these festive times have just killed me off.
I've got work tomorrow. Although I've very much enjoyed coming around and eating your matchmakers.
Yeah, enjoy them.
I am.
But thank you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that. It was a bit all over the place. I will admit that we didn't really have any sort of plan.
It's a festive period. We want to put something out for you guys. Just have a little light-hearted watch.
Exactly that. And hopefully if anyone was feeling down, it made someone smile. And that's all that I really care about.
Especially around this period.
Yeah. We will come back in the new year with another podcast. Greater, bigger, better, and whatever other.
Less marked. New year, new us.
Yeah. What it?
Nah, new year, same us.
Yeah, I'm not changing. I'm not changing for nobody.
Nope.
But anyway, have a good New Year's. If you drink responsibly.
Responsibly? Drink responsibly.
That's the word.
There you go.
English. I couldn't even say it.
No, apparently not.
Pot kettle and all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have fun. Take care. And we'll see you in the new year. Like and subscribe. Get us to 100. Peace. Smashed it.
Easy.